In Korea, the family kimchi recipe is passed on from generation to generation, much like an heirloom. I've come with my auntie to meet her friend, who's locally famous for her kimchi recipe, so I can learn from the best.
It's true. So big.
It's really big.
Yeah.
The first thing that you need when you make Korea's national dish, kimchi, is a Korean napa cabbage, or bechu.
Yeah, bechu.
And the first step of it is to brine it with Korean sea salt and water. And then afterwards, you rinse it and you get this. And this is the starting point of kimchi. But what makes everybody's kimchi different is the kimchi sauce. And Song-Sang-nim here has her own special recipe, which starts out with yuksu. But what makes it particular is her use of dried pollock here. And then you add chili powder. And Song-Sang-nim here grows her own chilies, and she dries them out in the sun,
color.
which is amazing. And this comes all together and makes a bit of a paste. And this paste is what we're going to rub throughout the cabbage later. And into this goes salted shrimp, plum liqueur, it gives it a good sweetness, some sesame seeds, ginger, and fish sauce, and then a whole slew of garlic. Now we have to cut some vegetables up, right? So let's start chopping.
Yeah.
And we chop everything.
Back to her.
Okay.
And then this is mine.
Every Korean woman has to learn to make kimchi.
Yes, yes.
Right?
Yeah,
It's-
they have two.
It's part of being Korean,
Yeah.
right? And I know you still make kimchi
Yeah.
for the entire family.
But it is one time in a year.
Once a year.
Yeah, once a year.
That's great. Gloves on, ladies.
Yeah.
Kimchi party time.
Okay.
You guys getting ready?
Yeah. Wow, logo.
Okay. Everybody gets their own bechu. I'll give you some more. Here.
Okay.
Right. And you spread
Yes.
the kimchi sauce on each layer.
Yeah.
So kimchi is one of the world's superfoods, and that's because it's a fermented product. And when something's fermented, it means it has all of this good bacteria in it, much like yogurt or sauerkraut. And that bacteria is a real antioxidant, and it kicks your immune system into gear. And it's always on the table. Doesn't matter what time of day or what meal it is, even at breakfast. And I think we're all done. Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
Judy.
Thank you.
Judy, you have to learn how to kimchi.
I know.
Okay, please.
I know. And we'll meet every year. We'll make kimchi together. Okay? Good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Every country in Asia has some kind of form of fried rice. But what makes Korean fried rice so incredibly tasty is the addition of kimchi. I like to buy it in bags just like this. And ooh, you can smell that the second you crack it open, because it's really potent stuff. And this smell will permeate and infect the rest of your refrigerator. I tend to triple bag it in disposable bags or buy it in a little jar. And this seals quite tightly, so it'll keep the smells inside. This is cabbage kimchi. I just like using scissors to cut it up because it will make my cutting board smell and stain my cutting board. So I have all these pre-kimchi rituals that I follow to keep the stain and the smells somewhat controlled. And it is Korea's national dish. It's become such a staple of the Korean diet, and people don't ever really feel that they've eaten for the day if they don't have kimchi. Just cut this up into small, bite-sized, pleasing pieces, just like that. Saute this kimchi with a little bit of bacon. You can use any kind of pork that you have lying around. Ooh. The smell of sauteing kimchi is a great love and also a great horror of mine. And my mom used to fry this in the garage also just because it does smell. But it's a good smell. You can air out your kitchen afterwards. I'm gonna put a little bit more garlic, even though the kimchi has enough garlic in it. Now, fried rice really is a vehicle to use up your leftovers, but do pay attention to color. I like to throw in green things, orange things, julienne some courgettes, or zucchinis as I call them. Rough chop all the way through. You can put in any type of ingredients, any vegetables that you have. Go through my carrot, small little dice. I like to use shiitake mushrooms just because they give a great flavor, nice color. You can use anything that you want to though. Any kind of wild mushrooms, mixed mushrooms. Just clean out your vegetable drawer with this dish, it's fine. This dish really works well for day-old rice, just as long as you keep it chilled. I like it because it's a little bit drier and it makes for a better fried rice. Now it's starting to smell really good. The kimchi in this dish gives it a really great crunch, so that there's a textural element that it adds, but also it gives it this deep, complex flavor. I really have to say it is all about umami in this dish. You try it once, you're like, ooh, that's different, that's interesting. You try it again, it's like, I kind of like that. And then you just can't stop eating it. I love eggs in my cooking, and Korea loves eggs too. And what I found most surprising is watching people get on the trains, and they sell eggs in the station, hard-boiled eggs, and people just eat them as snacks like you would an apple. Definitely such a satisfying lunch or after-school snack. I could eat this entire pan probably. And fried egg on top. Korean chives on top. And a little bit of gochugaru, or Korean chili flakes. Pepper. Can't get away from that. And this is one of the greatest fried rice dishes because of the addition of kimchi. And I love to break that yolk and mix it throughout to give it a little creaminess. And I really hope that you take the time and effort to seek out some kimchi. Just buy one bag, play with it, throw it into some fried rice.